I'm Nancy Glass.
And I'm Ray Murray.
Radio is very competitive here in the Delaware Valley, and for the past year, 2 stations have been running neck and neck for first place. KYW News Radio and rock station WMMR.
Where it gets really competitive is in that morning time period from about 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. It's known as Morning Drive, and at WMMR, that spot is occupied by a man named John DeBella. Now, he has an almost fanatical following of fans, but some people find his humor abrasive. We'll let you be the judge. It isn't even 6 o'clock in the morning. Most of the city still sleeps, and yet in a small studio overlooking Rittenhouse Square, they're about to unleash the animals.
Weezer. Zoo.
Oh, yeah, I'd like to hear Sir Rich talk about the house.
Okay, you use the English language. I don't speak Sloverian.
This radio program from 6 to 10 a.m. is called The Morning Zoo. It is led by 35-year-old John DeBella, a native of Queens, New York, who came to Philadelphia a couple of years ago and is now by far this city's top-rated morning personality. His humor is always offbeat and sometimes borders on offensive. It was a style that when he first arrived was met with skepticism.
Well, they said it wouldn't work in Philadelphia. There's the DeBella guy. He ain't gonna work. He's loud. Who would want to wake up in the morning and listen to a loud disc jockey making you get up out of bed and rush out of the house? No, people want to take it easy. People want to wake up in the morning and key down. What? Now, do you understand how to do this dance?
No, explain to me.
Okay, now, come on. You got to get your body to feel it.
Okay, I feel it. Oh, I feel
You
good.
sure? You
I
sure?
feel good. I feel
All right,
good.
Now, put your hands up in the air, you know, and make kind of like L's with your arms.
All right.
All right, now take your chest and throw it out. Remember, we're talking about evening magazines. So I hate mornings. You hate mornings. Everybody hates waking up in the morning, but we all have to do it. So let's hopefully listen to the zoo. We'll listen to some music. We'll get some information and laugh. Turn around, right? And shake your hiney, shake your butt toward the camera, okay?
Yeah.
All right, you got this?
I got this,
Yeah, I know. They're going to be calling me from Pulse stations to take off my clothes any moment now, I know it.
John DeBella is paid a lot of money to make people laugh. No one will say how much he is paid, although it's known to be well into 6 figures. It would be fair to say, then, that DeBella is paid to misbehave, and much of his humor approaches that unseen line between acceptable and obscene. The perfect example is the imaginary kingdom he's created called Fa, and the king who lives there. Put those 2 words together and you have John DeBella's sense of humor.
Yes, I'm getting away with something, right? I am not even attempting to say the word that it sounds like, but what I'm actually doing is skating around it. Because there's an imaginary line in radio. And if you take the audience up to that line, they love it. They want to see if you'll cross it. Once you do cross it, it's no big deal.
To be exact, I'm a morning man. Now, what this means is that I get up ridiculously early so that you get up on time and have somebody to curse at all the way to work.
John DeBella also appears regularly at the Comedy Factory outlet, where he does both a stand-up routine and MCs events like this ugly pet contest. Are you totally comfortable with the recognition that this job has brought to you?
I approach my job as a job. Some people drive trucks, some people work in pharmacies. I work on the radio. I don't think it's any big deal. I'm glad people enjoy it. The recognition is nice, of course, the popularity is good. Right? The salary wouldn't come without the popularity. But for the most part, I don't think it's any big deal. And like I said earlier, I'm not a fan of stars. The only thing I ever use my popularity for is if I can get a table faster than somebody else, I'll use it. But I think that's about it. But I never go, I'm John DeBella, and you've got to do this for me. Big deal, I'm John DeBella. Now, we'll do it again this coming Gonzo Friday, and all you got to do is send a postcard to the Shark addressed to...
Fishy Fish. While DeBella is the star of the Morning Zoo, he's supported by news director Mark Drucker, known on the radio as Mark the Shark. When he goes out in public, he's almost always asked this question.
What's John DeBella really like?
He's a real nice guy. He handles his success very well, and he has a job to do, and he does it. He's crazy and witty, but and he's always like that, but at the same time, he's very human, and a lot of that will come through in the show as well.
93.3 WMMR. 72 degrees on Rittenhouse Square. What day is it, brother?
Hump day.
Thank you so much.
There was a rumor for a while that you were moving on.
I've turned down 2 different jobs in New York. One of them for a lot of money. I mean, to the point of they were starting negotiations at $500,000. I make good money. I'm happy here. I am a New Yorker, and I never thought I could ever be happy in another city. I'm here. Forget it, Philadelphia. You're stuck with me.
Well, apparently we are not the only ones stuck with John DeBella. On September the 6th of this year, he'll get married. When we come back, we'll take to the high seas for a